Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon video. Still stuck with Redfor. Everyone's off still playing Blufor. Not everyone's playing South Africa, but every game I kind of go into lately is just Blufor's taken, and Grim finally invited me to a game that was pretty much ready to start, and I'm just like, yeah, no need to force South Africa. I'll get a game in eventually, so back to it again. This time I'm playing a different Soviet general deck. It has a different general theme. No infantry are in helicopters as we're setting this all up. And just gathering up all my stuff. And this time we are playing, I think, Bloody Ridge is a map. So as it is going on, again, I'm with Grim. He's going to be going up to the right, and then he's going to help out Zurtek going into Hotel. And that just leaves me with Echo India and the city in between. So this is going to be interesting getting into it. This time I'm going for a more mechanized approach to get to the enemy. I've got all these different troops lined up. BTRTs with Sapri in them. Some OBRs with Motosturoki. Skurzets, which I think have some Iglas in them. And some BTRDs with Fletum ADGMs, which are actually pretty good. I always discounted Fletas for a long time until I actually looked at their points, and they are actually, for 40% accuracy and a 10-point squad with 16 AP, they are pretty good at clearing up a bunch of the lighter things. That was always a problem with like the Conqueror Zem infantry. They were so expensive that whenever they take out like a 5-point transport or a 10-point transport, I always felt like the missile was worth more than the transport they just destroyed. But with these Fletum missiles, that is no longer the case. They are meant to take out those 5, 10, 15, up to 20-point transports that just clear out all the light stuff so that the heavy stuff is all on its own. And, yeah, just thought I'd give that interesting information. Now, I have a Uragan here at the start as well. They did buff or nerf it by increasing the price of 140, increasing the supply to reload its rockets, but it's still an Uragan. It was still an amazingly good rocket artillery piece with its high explosive rounds, and that I'm going to use to try to soften up the enemy force once I know when they're starting to get into the town. So the game has indeed started. Grim's going to be leaving a CV behind, which he just barely missed the forest here. I hope it doesn't come back to bite us. And then I've got my convoy going forward to going through this mountain pass. Looks like a couple of vehicles are trying to outbid the other. It's kind of interesting about how they're all supposed to be the same speed on road, but this BTRT is faster than all of these guys. Not entirely sure how he's managing to do that. So Zurta is going up. It looks like he is playing Yugoslavia. Maybe just a straight-up Yugoslavian deck. I don't see anything that had it mixed with anything else. And Grim is playing... Is it just a Polish deck? No, he's playing a, looks like a Baltic deck with Poland and Yugoslavia. Anyways, I see that there's some Oryx here. That means that they're getting into range, so my Uragan should be firing soon. The Onyxes, or Oryxes, are coming over here, but the Pramkas, with their amazingly long range, actually do manage to shoot down both of them. So they go down. Infantry are a lot less likely to survive a helicopter crash landing, so I am not concerned that those infantry survived. And I even marked a little thank you for killing them, so I didn't have to worry about it. BMD2K is going across. This is actually, I like this CV because its auto cannon can help it defend itself in case something gets close. Buffaloes have got themselves in the town. I instantly unload the BTRTs, which are leading the way. And the Sapris are up front. BTRTs are amazing because they're an APC with 13 front armor. So they can withstand any kind of anti-tank rockets as they can. My Uragan is dropping this high explosive, and that is stunning up and panicking all of these SASF and Buffaloes. The Safaris are going to be excellent at taking out these high-value, high-expensive elite infantry, because their napalm will panic them really quickly and make them not very effective, as well as be backed up by the BTRTs. This is my infantry killing squad right about here. BMP-2s are over here, a little bit out of the range of the Buffaloes to provide cover support while the Monostroki move forward, as my Flint missiles are right here. The BTRDs, as the Monostrokis are trying to take out the enemy over here. And as you can see, those Buffaloes got really ripped to shreds, as more Monostroki and BMP-2s are also coming up. And as you can see, I am really forcing these guys out, which are playing South Africa. I should have mentioned that earlier. So looks like I'm fighting against South Africa. That's the first time that I've, or actually the second time I'm playing the game since coming back, and it happens to be against South Africa, and it's not going well for the South African person. Now, that's not saying that their deck's bad. It might be that the person didn't know how to use the troops very well, or my composition and anticipation of being an infantry fight worked out a lot better. With Monostroki 90s supposed to kill all the vehicles, Safaris are supposed to kill all the infantry, and we are just going to chase them as they run off. MP2s are going to try to take out the SAS 90s, and the Monostroki also get into the building to try to gun them down with their AK-74s. Well, my BMP-2s managed to take out both the Blufor and then the Rukat 76mm. That is right over here, and it's been taking out my BMP-2s, but my BMP-2s are trying to acquire it with its autocannon. But they are missing quite a bit. Cheetah E coming in. Looks like it's going to be dropping some smaller bombs onto my infantry here, but my Monostroki do manage to escape the worst of it. BATR's heavy armor doesn't allow it to survive. BMP-2 are going up, and they managed to kill, looks like, a couple of more Rurikats over here. And it looks like my BMP-2 over here did indeed die. I unloaded my Factoria. Did I call them Fleta earlier? I don't know. My Factoria ATGMs, so that they'll be able to provide cover if they could ever get line of sight. These are infantry, so that's why they're not firing at them. They're inflicts, which have a very interesting gun symbol, but I think they're just counted the recoilless rifle, but only AG, no AP about it. Factoria's managed to actually kill one of the vehicles, probably the Rurikat, so Factoria's going to be excellent, very good against these lightly armored Rurikats entirely. More Factoria missiles coming through. One hit, so it's down to 1 HP. I think it hit it in the front armor, that is why it survived. As I bring back my BTRTs, they did enough. They're all panicked, they're taking a little bit of damage, but everything is fine. I got the buildings, I've got Elena, I got the BRDM-3. I'm consolidating my position. I did my job to keep the high ground here so that they can't bother my allies. It looks like their tech has managed to push himself into Fedor, having about this portion, so the only thing left that he has to worry about is this forest to clear. I don't know if it's clear or not. I'm just assuming it might be. It looks like Grim forgo a CV to have extra staying power to try to defend center. The enemy seems to be pressuring them into taking this out. His infantry seem to instantly have killed that supply helicopter, so Grim may have it that he has his troops automatically attack supply units. It's a setting that you can just do it up here in the gameplay, automatic fire on enemy supply. So he may have that turned on, so he doesn't have to tell them to attack supply, they'll just do it immediately. And it looks like Rain of Steel and Death came early as they're raining down upon my infantry, but my infantry have kind of moved out of the center of the town, which the majority of it was going. Still stunned up my Monostroki, that's for sure. It looks like another barrage from us fired. Looks like this Flamen was the one that did it. And we've got, looks like it's one of the new South African helicopters. Yeah, the Rurivalk with its ATGM. That looks like a Hellfire clone, or very similar to Hellfire. Trying to keep the enemy back. Has to be worried about those Pretkas with their extra long range. Oryxes are moving up. As I just let my infantry have a breath, catch a breather, as reinforcements are coming up. BMP-2s are firing at these Oryxes. Yes, the Oryxes did get a little too close for transactional hit. And one gets shot down, but the other manages to get to the other side of the mountain and escapes. So we do have one Oryx to be worried about. Looks like Grim is bringing up some PT-76s to help cut screen for that. That's not it. This is it. They don't actually shoot at helicopters though, so I don't know how well, but they would do it actually countering the helicopters, but at least they'll spot where it's going. I'm also a little worried about what was in there, so I'm moving up an OSA AKM that I have in this deck, as I'm bringing up my Urals and my Skrizettes and more Modestroki coming forward. SAS-F are coming forward, but they haven't been very successful with their ATGMs. My BMP-2 is just doing a whole bunch of damage. Looks like we have a vehicle coming in that's dropping its bombs, and just at the time that my Ural arrived. Well, scratch one Ural. Oh, that was unfortunate. Well, anyways, I have a Ural here to repair and rearm my troops there. BTRD is trying to find where the SAS-F are, and found them, and reported their position, and died as planned. Cheetah E with smaller bombs is coming forward again, but all I have are Skrizettes to meet it, so it is definitely going to get out. Good news is it bombed an area that I didn't have any infantry. So this is again showing that I am light on AA. I need to get better on fixing that problem. So bringing forward more Iglas. I'll be able to try to shoot them down with infrared missiles. These BMP-2s are all panicked and kind of low on ammo, so I'm just going to retreat them back so they can still provide some covering fire. I'm going to put some BMP-2s here in this forest, as well as some Modestroki 90s. Modestroki 90s with 24 AP power in forest, definitely going to clear out any vehicles that come their way. And I think I am bringing out, yep, another BMP-T. If you don't have a BMP-T in your Soviet deck, you're not playing Soviets properly. Reloaded my Uragan, so it's ready to fire should I need its roll again. It looks like the enemies tried to go into the mountains to try to attack Grim. They're at least providing recon, as it looks like artillery's coming in on them. FSK are poised in position to attack the Grim, as looks like more... What are these? Napalm. And Oregon Napalm, or the Silver, are just going to try to burn up the town, and it looks like a Plowman is dropping smoke as well. So it looks like he's getting ready for an attack. A Canberra is coming up with 8 500-kilogram bombs. Oh boy. This is going to hurt. Skrizettes fire, Iglas are firing, and most of them miss. Wow, that Canberra has a lot of health. Here's one. Yeah, 15. Wow, I didn't realize it had 15 strengths. I might need to revisit that with my South African deck. Okay. Ouch. Looks like I lost some more sappery, but they've already done their roll on kicking the enemy out of the buildings here. Modestroki 90 are moving up, and they managed to counter the SAS-F, which they managed to do a little bit of skirmish, but I do know where the SAS-F are, so I just need to consolidate my position here. And it just seems like a very nice center of the line, mellow, lull in the fighting, I should say. Is that me? Yeah, it was my Uragan. Looks like I am dropping these on where the enemy artillery was coming. Oh wow, I got one. I didn't pay attention to where these rockets landed as the enemy started attacking into here. But I guess I got a artillery piece. What is it? What's this burning hulk of metal? I have no idea. I don't see a wreck. That's interesting. But you guys saw the 110 points, so I got something. And shot.decap. That was interesting. MiG-29M is coming forward. Looks like I'm planning to drop some cluster munition on whatever went into this forest here. SAS-F with their stingers did manage to shoot that down. But my cluster munition is coming forward. And we've got sparks. So something definitely took damage, but that wasn't worth the cost of a MiG-29F. So need to rethink how I want to approach Ivan. There's a massive push, but Dirk is massively outnumbered. His proletary are quickly being disposed of by buffaloes and mechanefs. And these Vihars are not in a good place. If I was him, I would be immediately starting to plan to retreat. I'll log him. So that's their heavy tank is firing. And these Vihars are not doing so well. This needs to be a massive retreat, especially with Fracka only have one missile left. Why are you continuing pushing with the V-Hors? One V-Hor is dead. The Pretka did shoot down that helicopter, but this V-Hor needs to be immediately reversed back towards this map. Okay, he is doing that. That's good. He's bringing forward another napalm to try to cover the coast of town, but these proletariat are going to be dead. That is a given. As more OT-64Cs are coming up. Looks like another napalm barrage on the mountain. So it's basically napalm everywhere but my front, as I'm just slowly consolidating my forces. My Monostroke had moved up, but I'm getting ready to kill both vehicles and infantry. My BTRTs have moved up along. Gosh, this amount of firepower is annoying. I can hear it from here. So now begins my push. The BMP-2s are in position. The Monostroke are going to move up and start firing at the SASF, which are doing very good with their vectors, but they only have their vectors. They don't have a light machine gun, and that also gives me a little bit purpose to move forward with my BMP-2s to help take out the Rurikat. The SASF, of course, with having no light machine gun, is able to freely fire with its Appalachian EPG or RPG. But now that it's stunned, my BTRTs are moving up. Now I can finally take out these Oliphants. 60 points. Okay, so they've got 11 front armor. I'm still learning all the units from South Africa. Monostroke with their 24 AP power should be able to make quick work with that. But with the BMPT and BTRTs, Oliphant has also taken that out. Still alive. That's annoying. Monostroke are just on the very edge of where that artillery is, and I think, yeah, I fired an Urigan expecting, but it looks like the Urigan was misplaced, and my stuff is getting hit by that. Whoops. The good news is, well, okay, the bad news is there was friendly fire. I was about to say the good news is none of my stuff got hit. A Canberra dropped its bombs, but it survived a Tunguska M because of its massive amount of HP. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be revisiting those Canberras. 15 HP is definitely a very interesting plane. Canberra, or whatever that was, did die to the Conqueror M missile of the BMP-2K. BMP-T is going up against some Inflicts, but the Inflicts don't have any AP power. I can't call up their stats for some reason, so the BMP-T is safe. The cargo's not being captured with my BMP-T here, which was somewhat interesting. Time to bring up some reinforcements to finish up with Ivan, as I have half of Ivan under my control. I just need to hunt that CV and anything left that they have. There is a Fighting Falcon coming in. Looks like they're going to be attacking Grim in center. Grim is firing another Raka napalm barrage, as the Fighting Falcon does get shot down. BTRTs are going to be moving forward, trying to find where those Inflicts are, trying to take them out. My BMPT is going to try to find whatever is hiding here, and it looks like they did. And it is an infantry CV, which is not going to go very well against a BMPT, and the Samuel 100 cargo is alive. Canberra drops the bombs, and it was where the BMPT was, but the BMPT adjusted, and he never adjusted how the Canberra was supposed to go, and it looks like the Tunguska with the Igla missiles managed to shoot that down. Beta 90 is moving up, managed to take out my BMPT, that's unfortunate, and he destroys the cargo. BTRTs are coming to a Spitzer move to take out the Inflicts. Looks like the Inflicts do have a weakness against any kind of vehicle, so you're going to need to have something to defend them against vehicles if you're going to do that. And the King 81 has left. I don't know if that was who I was fighting. I wasn't paying that close attention. And the other guy leaves as well. So it's just Jingonistic Diplomat. As it seems that we're all doing well on our fronts, I have successfully completely pushed them out of Ivan. Yeah, King 8108 or 8101. He was the one that I was fighting against, so he quit once I wiped him out of Ivan, as he didn't feel confident that he could mount a secondary line of defense anymore. Rack 89 for dropping another napalm on those Live Gardens, so he's going to try to burn them out as more artillery is coming in against these units here in center. BTR's 60 PVs are firing at the FSKs, which are trying to kill, I think, some Zil trucks, which they could definitely do a much better job of their time. Vickers are going up, pushing against the Live Gardens and 85s with the remaining of Ching Tao's troops. So it's just Jingonistic Diplomat is the only one who is left alive. And he's playing South Africa as well, it seems. Alright, so moving up on BRDM 3 to try to get some get to the forest line here. My Tunguska M is up, my Mostroki are repairing, my Squizette is moved up, all of my main infantry are moving forward. I'm leaving some behind as a secondary line of defense that I can mount should the enemy try to overwhelm us. A massive smoke screen and rocket barrage is again going into Sheraton. And my BMP-2, despite the fact that I called them into this forest, are actually right about here. And I'm going to plan to divert them into Sheraton. I sent an Su-24 forward to see if there's any radar AA. One missile flies but misses. The second one flies. It does indeed hit. And it looks like it killed that one of the new radar units that the South Africans have. BMP-2s actually took a hit, I think, from these Buffalo 85s and the Milan F1s. And I immediately unload my Monostroki and reshift them to help out I can't pronounce his name, Tech to come into Sheraton. Su-27M fired a couple of missiles at Logums. I could have pushed it a little bit more, but I was wary of AA, and I was right with that Ruri Cat and all those cheetahs in the air, so I did immediately pull it back. Monostrokis are moving forward as the BMP-2 is trying to provide some autocannon fire. Managed to successfully do that, as it's just a full-on AA barrage here. Kill a F-16, AM, more cheetahs and Canberras. It's just a massive bombing rush coming through. And a lot of stuff got bombed, but not of my stuff. Yak 141 comes in a little late to the party. He made a few missile shots, but he's going to have to back out of there. And the BMP-2s, Mr. Conqueror's M, massive amount of rockets did kill that Logum, that heavy South African tank. So now they feel more comfortable of them just continuing to push forward to see whatever else they can kill. Looks like he's going to try to massively miss the 5-point truck of death. Okay. The entire town is basically on fire, minus this little bit. My Monostrucky is going to try to help out the Specialty Jonitskis. As my other Monostruckies are going to try to move up with the BMP-2s. A little bit of a split focus. Help that out. A rocket truck doesn't get very far, as again my BMP-2s are just really carve up everything. These guys are actually really good with 4 front armor, Conqueror's M's, autocannon, all of this for 30 points. Yeah, 30 points is a little bit expensive, but I mean, if these were just vehicles, I'd bring them in. They're pretty darn good. Brewery Cat takes a little bit of fire, but he does manage to get away, and there's a whole lot more infantry in here than I expected. But it looks like we found the Commandant, managed to take that out. BMP-2s are providing the fire support that needs to be, and they find the STRB-90s, but all the Conqueror's M misses. And I'm out of Conqueror's M. Oh, that STRB-90 looks like it might be on the run because it disappeared. Another huge bombing run coming in. Monostroki die. And Su-24M with his Vampo missile tried to shoot some stuff down. Doesn't actually manage to do so, but it's the thought that counts. Yak 141 was also coming. Su-24 flies in. Nothing shoots back at it, but there is a cheetah here. And it does get shot down before I could properly evac it. Monostroki are staying and fighting. Getting artillery to pawn. Taking over the role of the infantry that their tech lost. But they are still in the town and still fighting, and that's what matters. As Mechanism 90s got out of the town, probably due to the napalm, as this thing is all blackened and charred, revealing themselves to the Plamen A's to rocket them out of existence. Monostroki managed to clear the town, so Sheraton is ours, as we have a toehold into Constantine. These guys are out of Conqueror's M, but they do have autocannons that can still do a lot, but not against Logums. Oh boy, we've got heavy tanks rolling in. He's got a bunch of point availability left over, and these BMP-2s are not going to be long for this world. Oh, another rocket barrage coming in. Where are they going towards? And looks like a bunch of cluster here into the forest. The OT tabs were not hit, so nothing in that cluster is being hit at all. T-72s are getting a little closer where the cluster is, but It's interesting. They think we're all the way up into the forest, but I'm leaving my infantry back deliberately because they are panicked. I'm trying to get their morale to soften up. So they're basically attacking everywhere that I am not currently. They're on the tail edge of it, but I do not fear this. This is just a complete waste of ordnance on their part. Their tech now doing to me from diverting after I helped captured his area, going to the left and hitting in the flank the enemy that's in Gregory, as Grim is making his push over on the left-hand side. Their tech is making an attack on the right side. Pathfinders are here that are revealed. Well, looks like they're getting taken care of pretty quick. As the T-72 is hitting the enemy in the flank. Looks like it killed the CV here in Gregory, as the Canberra is trying to find a good fire position. And it's not going to get it. So, as it was teamwork, we are taking out the enemy forces. Yak 141s are moving up to try to take out the Canberra. Vampil missiles are firing out, getting closer to the second round of Vampil missiles. Takes out the Canberra. Evacs in order. It's only 110 points with 15 hit points and 5 800-kilogram bombs. I really need to really think of this Canberra. SC-24 is doing another sweep, and since this is revealed that is indeed a radar, he does not turn it off. And I guess that was probably it, so I fall back with the SU-24. Cheetah E tries to come forward with its 2 missiles, but my SU-24 gets out just in time. T-72s managed to take out the vehicles, but not before the mechanists were able to get out. And they've got the AP to take out the T-72s. But the T-72s wisely reversed back and stunned them before they could fire off their RPGs. So the T-72s should be able to take them out. More artillery's coming in, this time going for the back buildings here. As Zyrtec got some Strela 2s? Huh. They must have come in something that he wanted. Are these infantry carrying? I don't know. Strela 2s are generally not worth it. Actually, they're pretty much not worth it. They're just 5 points is the only advantage. So the only thing that makes them worthwhile is if the vehicle they come in is really good. Looks like Grim brought in his own air superiority fighters. F-18Cs. It was a Cheetah E. This is going to be good for him to try to go and take him out. But no, the Cheetah does evac. I think it might have been an attempted bait. Finally bring up the KA-52 and the SU-27M, going to be trying to go after these Logums. Looks like the Cheetahs are coming. A radar missile comes forward, but it does miss. It does get stunned up with the cannon fire. And with the AA, I do lose a 200-point plane, but I did kill a 155-point Logum. So, not the worst thing in the world. SU-24 comes up again, takes out a radar. Going to do another sweep for more radar AA. Looks like they do have radar AA here. Cheetah E's are coming out. Ruricat shoots it down with the little help of the radars. The Cheetah's twin Defa. So this has actually been, he's actually using these to kind of good effect. My Yak 141 going after the Carvers, takes them out. But now they only have 1 Vimto missile apiece. Fire, takes out a Cheetah. Wow, these are more expensive Cheetahs. 120-point Cheetah. Really? Huh. Don't know why they have that. The bombs aren't that good. I mean, the ECM's okay. They only have 2 okay missiles, and the guns are alright. But, I mean, waiting for the enemy to get close to gun range is not the best strategy, I don't think. Anyways, we've got some more napalm coming forward as the CV is revealed. Third tech manages to take it out. With between napalm and smoke, we have completely cut off the enemy line of sight. Jot is decapped, so he can't bring in reinforcements. I can't tell if he's just given up or if he's going to try to make us hunt his CV down. A couple of fobs are revealed as the Logum tanks are now going to be opening up at anything that's starting to reveal itself. Looks like that took a direct hit. Logum firing at a 5-point APC instead of the Vihor. That was a big mistake. And here comes another rocket barrage just, from Grim. Try to stun up anything else that's in this, especially with the napalm. So Jot's starting to catch on fire now. I have some more, I was going to say Fleta. What are they called? What are they? No, I have them. Factorias. I have some more Factorias moving up. Those are going to be good at trying to clear out anything that he has as reinforcements. Big 29s. It's air superiority coming over from Grim, as well as some seed on his part. Finally, someone else but me is bringing in some seed. I say that, and I have a KA-52 here as well. Still doesn't have anything in Jot, so yeah, it looks like he's just kind of given up. Oh, no, he recaptured it. Maybe it was just he was worried about the fire. I don't know. Cheetah E's are coming in. They're coming in with their bombs and their missiles, and they get shot down really quickly as they bomb my BTRDs, but I managed to get my Factorias out basically in time. They are panicked, of course, because bombs will do that. And looks like I'm firing my Uragan again into the heart of Jot, see if I can hit anything more. As we are just making our final assault into Jot entirely. So, yeah, this was my second game back into it. Again, I'm playing Soviets, a different Soviet tech. And I was fighting mainly against South Africa, which we did crush. But playing against them did give me some insight on at least one unit. Those Cheetah E's, he had a lot of them, but I think that has to be due to the fact that he was had his two allies lead, so he was able to get a bunch extra. Sierra 30 fired its missiles. Looks like they've got rhinos, so like some artillery piece coming across. Yeah, I don't think the 130-point rhinos. Looks like we either left or we finally killed his last CV. Total victory on our part. And yeah, this was another good game back. Killed a whole bunch of stuff. We winning my side and then helping Zyrtec, who then helped Grim, and then we were able to combine our forces into one final push. Of course, it was a little mean fighting against one guy, but he was getting the points and the availability from all the other stuff, so he still did have a fighting chance. BTRTs killed all the buffaloes at the start with those Sapri, killing a whole bunch of different units. BMP2s killing everything else. This is just a really good combination with everything going on here. Uragan killed the rover. That's good. So that paid off as well. BMPT killed another CV as well. To continue forward. So yeah, it's just basically BTRTs, BMP2s, and various other stuff. So very good combination. I'll go ahead and show you the deck right now. And here is the deck. Just thought I'd show you how it works. I've got a bunch of Sapri and BTRTs ready to go. You know, infantry killers, bunch of monostroking 90s, BMP2s. This is going to be the core force of my army. Factorias and Iglas, that's just basically the infantry equivalent. Uragan, Vasilik for smoke, Tunguska M. I know I did a little bit of changing. So I do have instead the Tor instead of the Osas. I found it weird to have a wheeled AA when everything else was literally on tracks. And so it was just a little out of place, but the Tor would be a good radar anti-helicopter piece with a little bit of ability to take out aircraft as well with a critical hit. That alongside the Tunguska, a good combination, as well as some Strela 10Ms for some infrared radar AA, especially with the buff. The HE power is actually now 6, so that is actually good. Combine that with just these regular Iglas, which have 4. It can just both of these together can kill off any plane that flies too close. Got the good combination of the tanks here, so that's all taken care of, as well as yep, the BMPTs as well. So everything is good in this deck, I think. So this was the deck I was playing, and yeah, wanted to just share it again as a yay, I'm back to Wargame. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll try to get a South Africa the next video. I just need to be able to get on the Blufor side and get an interesting game as I'm working out everything. And again, I'll show you my South Africa deck. I'll probably make an actual proper video of how my South Africa deck works. I'd like to get a game first, so I don't just make the deck and then spend a long time waiting for a game. So, I'll, something more to look forward to, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.